family members that would come in during a family session, and they'll tell the child, he's just faking it. There ain't nothing wrong with him. He's just lazy.
Okay.
He doesn't want to go to school. He doesn't, clearly the child is depressed. We can see that as clinicians. But their parents or support system are not recognizing it.
Welcome to your daily health briefing. I'm Dr. Albert Takem. This show is here to help you navigate the complex U.S. medical system, one step at a time. Whether you are decoding a new diagnosis, fighting for a referral, or just trying to stay informed, you are in the right place. Let's get into the science. Sometimes the biggest obstacles to getting help is not the person struggling, it is the people around them. In this episode, Alan and I talk about safe spaces, family resistance, and what happens when parents, spouses, or relatives dismiss mental health struggles as laziness or weakness. What can we do to create environments where Black men feel safe to express their struggles? What from a practical perspective, based on your experience, have you tried anything that you've seen success? And what does that look like? What does success look like? Because there's probably a brother sitting somewhere watching and say, yeah, I heard you, Alan. Everything you've said is true. I feel that way, but I don't know where to go. I do not know anywhere I can go and sit and cry without judgment.
Right. It's a great question. I think I can speak for our agency. What we try to do is everyone is trained that when someone walks through that door, it's a safe environment. It's a nonjudgmental zone. So whether you're in individual therapy, and then what we try to do is we're forming groups. Something we'd like to do this summer is have a group of Black men where they all come together, so like a support group. This is in a safe place, and they're allowed to talk about mental health or whatever they want to talk about without there being any judgment. So I think creating atmospheres like that in situations like that, and then getting the word out that there are support groups out there, or there are agencies, there are good therapists that when you see them, it's a safe place. I think also more of us as leaders have to speak out, use our influence to create these safe environments, whether that be through legislation, financing, and all of those things. I think we need to encourage our community leaders, governments, and so people that are in power to really place more emphasis on mental health in general, and especially creating more safe places for Black men, because there's just not a lot of that exists right now.
How about family members? Sometimes the problem comes from family members.
Yes.
As we've said before, they can sometimes be the hindrance to people seeking, mental help.
Yes.
A lot of times family members will judge, will be
Yes.
the ones throwing roadblocks, and would be the ones saying, get over it, cry baby.
Right. It's a good point. What we do is we do a lot of what we call family therapy. So we'll have we can do individual therapy, that we'll also encourage to do a family session, which means basically this just means the family joins.
Bring everybody
Joins in. Therapist is, controlling the session, but it allows family members to say what their viewpoint is, but it also allows the therapist to do some educating to some of those family members who are saying, get over it. You're in that environment where the therapist can now do some educating on that. I think sometimes it's just a lack of education. It's just, this has been my belief system. This is what I've been taught. I've been taught that there is no such thing as mental illness. You just get over it. So there's a lot of education that has to take place in those situations.
Did you have any situation like that with your dad, where he didn't think you were dealing with a mental health issue, you just had to get over it?
Well, my dad being a clinician himself, I wouldn't say so much with him or my mom, because my mom's a teacher.
Okay.
So I think they understood.
So they were well aware.
They were aware, but definitely in my environment growing up, going to school, even with some teachers and so on, there was a lot of just get over it.
Okay. How about your patients? Do you have any patients who a family member has been a significant roadblock?
Oh, absolutely. That's common.
Healing.
Yeah, that's common.
Okay, do you have any example?
Yeah, let me think of some examples. Well, it's just more of the, what we were talking about. You will have family members that would come in during a family session, and they'll tell the child, he's just faking it. Ain't nothing wrong with him. He's just lazy.
Okay.
He doesn't want to go to school. He doesn't, clearly the child is depressed. We can see that as clinicians. But their parents or support system are not recognizing it. And, a lot of times I've seen, situations where the school will be the one that's recommending them to go into therapy. I've seen even situations where the courts are ordering it. The parents don't want it, but the courts are ordering it because they recognize. So those are situations that we try to take advantage of, because now the parents are forced to come into family therapy because it's court order. Try to educate them. No, child isn't lazy. He actually has some issues going on. And, we try to reiterate. I do things like asking the parent how they feel about their child. 99% of the time, the parent says, I love the child and I want what's best for her. Okay, well, here's what's best for him, right? And vice versa. So we try to use those family sessions as educational platforms. And unfortunately, I think it's one of the challenges is getting family members into therapy when the parents work, for example, of their children, the parents don't believe in therapy. So a lot of times some other third party has to recommend them get into therapy before they come because they won't do it. The school will recognize it or courts or something like that.
When someone is struggling, the family can either become a barrier or part of the healing process. Sometimes what looks like laziness, rebellion, or weakness is really depression, anxiety, or another mental health issue. Education matters. Listening matters. And in many cases, family therapy can help everyone understand what is really going on. This has been the Daily Brief. Medicine is not about certainty. It is about responsibility. Decisions are often made with incomplete information, but they are always made with your safety in mind. In a system that can feel rushed and fragmented, you deserve clarity, continuity, and an advocate who sees the whole picture. I am Dr. Albert Takem, your physician ally, high-level science, human-level care. I will see you at the next briefing, or I will see you in the clinic.